Alright guys, so we finally got the goods. So I gotta load it in the truck. Got the Grom here. I gotta take it up to the shop and get that pit chain guide fixed. But I'm gonna load this up, and then when I get home we can go through each part one by one. So let me get this loaded and then go from there. Boy, do I have an update for y'all. So the parts finally came in for the 1199cc Ducati swap Grom. First off, I want to give a shout out to Steady Garage. Shout out to the guys over there. The team over there is awesome. They got me these parts really quick. But yeah, you're looking at the new wheels for the Grom. 3-piece billet wrapped in Pirelli Rosso Diablo tires. 12x4 on the front, and then 12x5 in the rear. I was going to do a 12x6, but I really didn't want to press my luck because I know sometimes when you get too wide on these rear tires, you can run into issues with chain rub on the sidewall. And then also the 12x6s, they look kind of stretched, and I really didn't like the look of that. So I went with 12x5. I think it looks pretty good. So other than the wheels, I got a whole host of other badass parts. So I guess let's start right here. So, of course, you guys know I'm a lover of billet, especially if you follow me because of my 5,000 horsepower billet Hemi street truck build. It was only a matter of time for billet ended up on this build. Come on, let's just be honest here. Like, I'm a billet addict. I don't know what to do. But, but yeah, you're looking at the SMR billet triple tree setup. Super badass. Super badass. Even the nut is billet. Oh, Jesus. Loaded. So, very badass setup. They even already put the bearing on for me in the race. So, shout out to Steady Garage for that once again. Got some billet hubs here for the wheels. This is the front billet hub assembly. Pretty nice. This stuff is just beautiful, man. Nicely machined. Rear hub billet. I think these are Camara Engineering. Racing Bros rear shock. Double adjustable. I feel like that red is really going to pop on the back. Because part of me, I kind of want to leave the stock Grom color scheme. I think it's kind of funny. It's just my inner troll coming out by doing that. But yeah, this is very much well needed because this stock suspension is like my forearm is stronger than the stock suspension. Let's be honest. But super badass piece, double adjustable. Very excited to run this. Shout out to Racing Bros. And then this is really the main upgrade right here. And I was more so doing this just for safety because Lord knows I'll need it on this for sure. Because the stock brakes are just, I haven't got a word for it. Brembo front and rear brake package. This is a 4-piston titanium Brembo brake. I got the billet caliper bracket for it too. I think this is Camara Engineering. I hope I'm pronouncing the name right. Yeah, Camara Engineering. Billet bracket. More billet. Got the Brembo rear brake. Very nice piece. So I did something a little bit different on the rear of this. This brake, let me move this wheel over. This brake, instead of going on top like the stock Grom brake is, I had an option to get a bottom side brake like this. I feel like this will look a lot better. So yeah, this actually mounts from the bottom like this. So I think that's pretty sweet. Billet bracket for that, Camara Engineering as well. I got some stainless lines. I know the front one will fit. The rear, I kind of just made a duplicate order because I like my stuff to match, dude. The aesthetics is a big thing to me. So stainless line for the front, stainless line for the rear. The rear, I don't know if it's going to be long enough because obviously I have this long ass swing arm on my bike from Evil Swing Arms. So I don't know. I'll try it, see if it works. It might be too short. I'm not sure, so I'm going to just tackle it when I get there. It's nothing to have a custom one made if I need it. And then this is another main component right here. these badass Racing Bros Air Striker front forks. And then I took it a step further, of course, some more billet. This is a billet caliper bracket. I forget what the actual technical term is for this bracket right here, but I know that the caliper bracket attaches to it. I think these are just called like fork lowers, but billet, look absolutely beautiful. And I hear really good things about these forks, very good things, especially when you take into consideration on how much weight I added to the bike. It's yeah, this I wouldn't have even felt safe driving it on the stock suspension. I don't really think it is safe driving it on the stock suspension, so I wasn't doing anything else to the bike until I got this stuff. So this is interesting too. I believe this is like an air pump for the forks, and this is probably like a pressure gauge, I'm guessing, because this does have it looks like a Schrader valve up top, I believe. I wonder why that one has it but that one doesn't. I have to do some research on that. But yeah, they even nice enough to give me this tool, which is pretty sweet. And I think that is it. Oh, I guess one other thing worth mentioning. I had mentioned this in my last video, but this chain guide actually got opened up. So now I have a very generous amount of space in there now. Because at first it was pretty tight, and I think it must have warped when it got welded, but no big deal. Both of these clear the chain perfectly now, so that's fixed. The only thing I want to do now is get a piece of Delrin or something and maybe line the bottom of it and the side of it, possibly. Because you definitely don't want a spark maker, especially not next to my fuel cell. So that wouldn't be good. So, of course, Amazon seat. Got to clean this. It's got some dirt on it. But yeah, that is pretty much it. These are all very well needed and also very badass upgrades, because these wheels look absolutely awesome. I don't know if I'm going to leave them raw finish. I think I might actually get the centers powder coated like a very, very zesty gold. Very, very zesty. You really got to put some emphasis on the zesty, because that's just my thing, man. But yeah, they look awesome. They almost remind me of like BBS wheels, which I absolutely love. But yeah, this is going to turn out very well. Very well. So yeah. So now it is just time to put this stuff on. Kind of want to get this knocked out first, because I'm very eager to see what the bike will actually look like with it. So I'll probably do a time lapse of me changing all this stuff out, and yeah, just go from there. Let's go from there. I'm super excited right now. I wish you could see my face behind the camera. It's just so, like, my smile is like the Joker right now. But let's get this stuff swapped out, and yeah, let's get to it. All right, so obviously you can see this thing is snag-a-tooth right now. I just took the stock forks off. It's pretty straightforward. I already do have the SMR triples and the forks assembled. I'm about to bring those outside now. I got the Racing Bros rear shock on, and oh my goodness, this is such an upgrade. And I haven't even really tuned it in yet. But trying to beat the daylight, so I'm gonna try to knock this out real quick, and then show you guys what it looks like. So let me go grab the forks, the bearings, and then let me grease everything up, and then I think we should be good. So I'll be right back. All right, guys, sorry for the long awaited update. I have been going back and forth with getting parts shipped to me, finding out I got the wrong parts, etc., etc. But now I think we are heading in the right direction. You can actually see I got the wheels on the bike now, the forks. I actually just got this installed like a few minutes ago. I actually want to double check it though, because I noticed because basically what I did, I upgraded to this all ball steering stem kit, and this uses a tapered roller bearing. It looks just like a wheel bearing, but obviously these can handle a lot more load than the stock Grom roller style bearings. But for some reason, I don't know if that's right. There is a seal in there. I don't know if I need to reef on this nut more, because I always thought of that just being as like a preload nut. And then I have like the secondary beauty nut that holds everything together too. So I don't know, maybe if somebody smarter than me can comment in the comments on if I actually have that right. So mentally, I'm just going to be prepared to take it back apart. I don't know if it's right. I mean, I don't feel any play in the steering or anything. I'm actually about to put it down on the ground now and get the bars on it and just see what it feels like. But I'm just happy to see this thing on the wheels. And these must be some pretty good bearings in here, because this wheel, like, this thing will just spin for 30 minutes straight. Just so it's probably not a lot of friction. But I have been chipping away at the harness. You can see I got the bike tore down right now. I'm just going through little odds and ends. I got the fuel cell in for the final time. Even with the bike on the ground, there is a good amount of clearance with this fuel cell, contrary to popular belief, because a lot of people think that this sump right here is like dragging on the ground, and that's like the furthest thing from the truth. But yeah, I got all that cleaned out. It's ready to have the lines made for it. I'm gonna knock that out tonight. I got the rear wheel on. Finally figured out my spacer issue for this. This was just straight up user error. But I didn't see this outer black spacer right here in the box, and that was like a detrimental piece that I was missing, because I kept scratching my head like, why won't the freaking brake bolt up? Because the spacing just kept being off, but that was 100% my fault, so that was just my ignorance. Got the rear shock on. Racing Bros. Wish I would have did that when the bike was stock, because it made just sitting on it, I could feel a huge difference. Even with the with fine adjustment, I could tell a huge difference with it. Secondary radiator is on. Now you guys can have a better look at what I'm doing. So I am really pressed for space. Please don't ask how I got this dent here, because I had to put the bike on jack stands and it fell. Because it was just a few days ago, I was just in a really bad mood, because I had took this triple tree assembly apart. I had everything about to go together, and then I ended up losing one of the races for the bearing. It's still in this little shed somewhere. I don't know where it is. So I had to order a new kit, and it set me behind like 2 to 3 days, because I was planning on having this video out a lot sooner. But I had to lift the front of the bike full weight and drag it back in my garage, and I just didn't want to look at it until I got the parts. So got the throttle bodies all cleaned out. I got this jumper harness all made. You guys know I'm using Deutsch on everything. Where else? Oh yeah, the radiator, sorry. Jumping off on a tangent here. But basically, this is the secondary radiator right here. You can see these mounts, how it's tied into the actual, one mount is tied into the engine, and then one mount is actually tied into the exhaust right there. There's a tab coming off the exhaust. The exhaust, I actually am going to have ceramic coated, and I might wrap it too, because, you know, I just want to try to mitigate heat as much as possible on this bike, especially with it being a smaller frame bike. But yeah, you can see I have the AN fittings all welded on here. I kind of wish I would have got a new radiator. This one right here I got for a really good deal on eBay. This was a brand new one, and then I found another one with a fan combo, and then I guess on the way to it actually getting to me from UPS, they just absolutely didn't give a fuck, and they just manhandled my package, and it just got wait, pause, I gotta reword that. But yeah, this radiator ended up getting screwed up, so I kind of want to just get a new one, because it was a good deal based off the listing, because it came with a fan and everything. But now I'm thinking, like, yeah, I probably should have just bought a brand new one with a new fan. But let me get the bike down. I'm gonna get the handlebars on it, and then I'll show you guys what it looks like outside of the garage on the wheels. So give me like 2 minutes. All right, guys, so you are looking at the final product. I told you the upgrades would not disappoint. Dude, I could damn near cry right now. This is just like, you know, when you just have a vision in your head and you just see it come alive. This is what I'm feeling right now. Brembo brakes, new billet 3-piece wheels. These forks are badass. Shout out to Racing Bros. These are some air forks. Oh my goodness. One thing I gotta say, and I'm not trying to boast about the part selection, but I think I made a perfect selection on all the parts. Cause like I don't think I could ask for more. Look at this. Like, even the stock oil pan, the video is making it look a lot lower than it really is, but like that's way more than enough clearance. Like, it's just like everything is just falling in place and it's just like perfect. Let me do a walk around. The thing that sucks is right before I started this video, I lost my balance and then this hit the wall and it cracked, so I gotta get a new one. And then it actually broke this V-band because it hit, this was like hanging upward and it like hit the clamp at just the right angle and it like bent it and broke it. So I gotta get a new one, which kind of sucks. So it's like we gained something and then we lost something. But you can see, now you can get a better look at all the Deutsch pinout, what I'm doing. Fuel pump right here. I think I might put a float in there too, but I'll probably have to do like one of the vertical style floats. SMR triples. Oh my god, this thing looks so good. Wait till I get the panels on. But yeah, so I'm gonna end this video off on a good note. We are heading in the right direction. The next video you see, this thing will be running. So I'm gonna try to knock out the harness tonight because it's tedious footage. I mean, I really don't want to bore you guys with it. That's why I've been taking pauses here and there, just showing you updates about what I've been doing on the harness. But yeah, I still got to get some whole ties for this stuff too. But if you haven't already, please comment, like, and subscribe. Mainly subscribe to my channel because like it's only going to get crazier from here. So if you think this build is crazy, it's only going to get crazier from here. So please subscribe. That helps me out a lot. If you support me, please subscribe. But yeah, until next time, guys, definitely look in the description. Go follow me on Instagram, TikTok. I post a lot of videos, shorts up on there as well. So yeah, let's see if I can have it out this weekend. See if I can have it out. I've been having setback after setback, but I think we are finally going in the right direction. So until next time, man, I might be doing a wheelie on this next time you see me.